What's up, my Unapologetic Squad? Welcome back. This is a review and recap of Power Book 2. But first, guys, before we get started, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe as usual. And don't forget to hit the notification bell. Let's go. So immediately it starts off with Tariq setting an alarm to wake up because he has a meeting with the dean. And I like how in the beginning they have him just like his daddy getting ready, straightening up his tie for his day. So it is official. He is officially a Stanford University student and his day is filled with all kinds of drama. So it starts off with his mother, Tasha in court with her attorney. Her attorney is a trip, I might add, but she seems to be a great attorney. She seems to be exactly what Tasha needs for that moment. The judge seems to be likable in her favor, but the judge, Galante, does not play. And after hearing what her what her attorney had to say, she decided that she would not give her bail, but in fact, she would allow to listen to her and possibly allow her to get out a little bit early. But something's just quite strange about her attorney. Now, I don't know, you guys be the judge, but I don't like the way she seemed to be pressuring Tasha to tell her who else was there and who was the shooter. Then on top of that, she had these photos already ready to show her to kind of coerce her into telling her what she needed to hear. Tasha was shocked by them photos, but you know what? She did the right thing. She hurried up and fired her ass real quick. And I would have done the same thing because something just wasn't right about her, and I'm sure it's going to come out later on in this episodes. But damn, Tariq need to go ahead and apply for a marathon or something. He ran throughout this whole entire episode. He had to hurry up and meet up with the dean. And you know what I'm saying? They did not seem like they were too impressed, but we all know everybody has their hand in the pot when it comes to Tariq being at this school. And we all know that this guy right here is shady as shady can be. But everything worked out fine, and Tariq is at the school. He finds out that he is going to have to mentor another student as a part of the deal. So he's walking and he meets this young lady who later on is going to become a love interest to him. And we all saw it in his face. You can see it in his eyes as she was walking away that he was impressed by her and her beauty. But moving on, he had to go ahead and meet with the professor of law, Miss Milgram. And I don't know about you guys, but Miss Milgram looks like she got a little bit of cougar in her bones. She looked like she got a little bit of cougar for Mr. Tariq right there, because she seemed to be smiling and batting her eyes and everything. But I guess it worked out in his favor. He got what he wanted out of the deal. So later on, you guys see Tasha is meeting up with her attorney again, and her attorney is trying to go over her charges with her, like, what is it that you're not telling me? You're telling me something and you're not giving me all the information, and I need you to give me all the information. Well, Tasha, of course, she's stern and she's going to stick by her guns, and she's not going to tell her everything that she needs to know. But, the attorney just wants to know who else was there, because things are not matching up. Things are not, panning out to be what it is according to her story. And these attorneys, they have their ways with getting their way and getting information out of them. But she wasn't very happy when Tasha fired her. She hurried up and got on the phone with Tariq and told Tariq that his mother had fired her, you know what I'm saying, and that she was going to have to hurry up and get an attorney ASAP. Her case requires a major attorney. So Tariq, being who he is, he always has something up his sleeve, and there you go. You got Method Man. Method Man is an attorney in this episode, and he is supposed to be as a good attorney who is capable of getting people off the hot seat, even when they're not capable or they're not eligible, or if they're not even innocent. He seems like he'd be one of those types that'll get the guilty off innocent. But yeah, I like this part right here where Tariq kind of gives him a catch-22. He goes on social media and puts it out to the world that he's his new attorney, and it kind of puts him in a position to say yes because he's one of those attorneys who loves publicity. Davis McLean is going to be her savior. He is going to get her off of murder, guarantee that. So Tasha makes a call home, and Tariq is there visiting his grandmother and his sister. And when she calls, she speaks to Tariq, and of course, Tariq wants to be the mastermind of everything. He tells his mother that, hey, what happened to the girl that used to work with you in your daycare? And she tells him, don't worry about that. I got this. I'll do this. I'll have a public defender, which we all know public defenders aren't shit. Having a public defender, you might as well go ahead and assume guilt. You might as well go ahead and just say, I give up. I'm guilty. I murdered him, because a public defender got so many cases up under their belt. They don't have time for all that. And in spite Tasha telling Tariq to mind his own business and don't worry about it, of course he doesn't. He's hard-headed. We all know he went out there and took matters in his own hands, and he met up with the girl who used to work at the daycare with him, and she's going to go ahead and take him into business with her and get that product pushed out. So he meets an old friend, an old fling. Y'all remember her. She did him dirty, set him up, had him kicked out the business based on competition. But yeah, he meets back up with her because he needs some product. You know what I'm saying? He knows that she's able to get it to him fast and right on the spot. And she did just that. She got him the product. Now he's stacked. He's ready to go. He's getting ready to take matters into his own hands, and he is ready to take on the world. But first, he had to let this little thought know things ain't going to be the way they used to be. It's all about the business. Don't take it the hard way. So after a long night of hanging out in the midnight hours, Tariq got much needed sleep and is now getting ready to hit the night again, this time with his roommate, and meet his family because they're having a party for him. They're having a congratulations party for getting into this university and all these things, and having help to help him along the way. This is the guy that the dean said that he was going to have to tutor to make sure that he gets through. So because he's this football or basketball star, so Tariq's need is very necessary. I just don't like the way the dean kind of threw that at him. Like, let me put some more on your plate. But the dean always has something up his sleeve, right? He gets two for the price of one. But anyways, while they're at the party, he gets to meet Mary J. Blige. The queen pin herself, Monet Tejada. I don't know about you guys, but I am excited about Mary J. Blige playing this role. She is going to play the hell out of this role, guys. So I like how all these characters are coming into play. This is one of her nieces, Mary J. Blige's nieces, and this is actually one of Tariq's side chick number 2. He's going to have a love interest with this young lady, I believe. You already saw the flames going on with these two. They have a connection. I think it's going to get real nice and heated between these two. So during this time, they had a fight at breakout at the party. And of course, Miss Monet, she's probably very well known amongst the police department. But already something is shady about this cop right here. He seems like another Ingram. Yeah, he was just a little too comfortable and a little bit too concerned. And he just shows up all of a sudden. So yeah, stay tuned about this guy. And just like we all thought, these two, the attorney and Ingram, are sitting here discussing the case. I knew that there was something shady about these two being together, her especially, and come to find out they had a deal. They were in cahoots together with a deal with each other about Tasha and her sentencing. So he meets up with Tariq and he's like, yo, Tariq, what happened? Why didn't your mother take the deal? Why did she fire her attorney? We had an agreement for her to take the deal. And Tariq was like, what? You're behind this? You're behind the deal? Well, let's just go ahead and hire the attorney back. And supposedly the attorney has too much integrity and she doesn't want to take the case. So that's when Method Man comes in. And Method Man is the attorney, the dirty one. And his phone is blowing up because Tariq got on social media and told the world that he was going to be his attorney. So he had no choice but to take it and take the money. But he's so shady, he definitely knows the truth. He definitely knows that Tasha is definitely not the trigger man. He knows that she is lying. So he goes and he meets up with Tasha and he tries to get her to go ahead and tell him the truth. And she's doing the same thing she was doing with her own attorney. She was basically saying, I don't know. I don't know who did it. So he went ahead and let her know that he met up with her son Tariq, and that Tariq pretty much said, kind of like in a secret code, like, yeah, mom, it's okay. Go ahead and tell him who did it. Tell him who the trigger man is. It's okay. I'm ready for my responsibility. So he tried to throw that at her. And when she heard him say that, she decided to play her own game. So now here she is in court. She's with him and she's talking to the judge. And she looks back at Tariq, and Tariq gives her this face expression like everything is okay. So Tasha goes on to tell the attorneys and tell the judge that the person who was the trigger man is Tommy Ingram. So now they have a RICO case. Now they have a whole different case. And guess what that means? Now Tasha is going to jail as an accomplice, as looking like a queen pin herself, like she had somebody do it for her. And now she's going back to jail. She's walking down the aisle at the prison. She meets back up with the prison guard who tells her, I'll see you back here after court because, yeah, you'll be back here once again. And she's smiling and laughing because she's seen this scenario one too many times. She's that nerve-wracking CO that everybody has met if they've ever been in jail before. So anyways, guys, I think that at the end of the day, Tasha's going to end up getting off. I'm looking forward to episode 2. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick review. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the comments section. Have a good day.